There's something different right here. This is something different. This live right here is about questions that being questions that's being asked about the whole trucking, the trucking thing. The difference between an owner operator and a leased on driver. No, an owner operator and an owner operator is leased on, or owner operator have their own authority. First, I want to say shout out to all my new subscribers that came over from TikTok. Shout out to all my subscribers that came over TikTok. Appreciate y'all coming over to YouTube side, and because on TikTok side I don't really go live because I don't like how TikTok get down for us. Anybody can say something on your live and snatch it off the live, so and snatch your whole live down on TikTok. But YouTube they don't do that, so you come over here flagging and whatever they do, your live still be up. But I just want to break down the difference between owner operator. What I do, I own a truck, but I'm leased onto a company compared to an owner operator who have his own authority. Now, either one, to me, my opinion, either one ain't bad, but there's still a lot more responsibility on both halves. But it's more as your own operator with your own trailer, picking your own loads, having $1 million cover insurance, having workman comp, having DOTs coming through your house doing a DOT order. I went through all this when I was living down in Virginia, so you have to go through a lot far as either side, but it's more heavy of a burden when you own an operator with your own trailer or you got your own little company going on. The insurance is high. Like if you in New Jersey alone, you paying up to $11,000. A lot of money. 11,000 up to $11,000. And insurance, if you have your own trailer, your own company, you running your own thing, that's a lot of money that you have to put up front. Then you got workman comp. Then you got to find your own load. So if you already have an account, people think because you have your own trailer, you're gonna make money. Yeah, you are. You're gonna make a lot of money. But this the thing, you're gonna put out a lot of money. That's what a lot of people don't expect. So if you own operate, you picking your own loads, or you got your own company and you got an account, and your account consists of so many loads you gotta do per day. What y'all don't know behind the scenes is that a lot of time you don't get paid like that. A lot of time you fight these shippers to get your money. You fight these carriers to get your money. So you could do up to $10,000. You got to wait a month for that. You got to wait. Sometimes they don't even want to pay you, so you have to wait for that. The difference, what I do, I'm leased on to a company, so it's like a 730. So if I do 100%, they get 30% of that and give me 70% of that. So at least I know at the end of the week, I'm going to get a check. I'm going to get a check. So I don't have to worry about looking for my money. I don't have to run behind my dispatcher or go run behind the boss saying it's only gonna get paid this week because I'm guaranteed to get paid this week. That's what the company that I'm with. But if I was out there and I was sourcing for work and I'm on the truckload board or I'm on that board, I'm on different websites to look for work, like prime example, JB Hunt. You do a load for JB Hunt today, JB Hunt ain't gonna pay you today. You got to put in an invoice and you got to ship that invoice out, or sometimes you have to use a factoring service to get paid for today. And sometimes it don't even work for that. It don't even work like that. So now you calling JB Hunt or you calling Amazon prime example, they're like, yo, it's only gonna get paid. They say, well, send in an invoice. So you send in an invoice and then Amazon telling you 2 to 3 weeks. Or sometimes they might even forget to pay you. So now you don't put so much money out because the fuel is so high now. Fuel is so high. So you don't put some money out and you don't pay all this fuel to go get the load and you turn around, you don't really make no money. You make the money, but you gotta wait for the money. That right there can leave you broke if you don't have a lump sum saved up. So if you're gonna get into buying your own trailer and sourcing out your own work, you better have at least 20, 30,000. I mean more than you better have at least 30, at least 50,000. At least because back then I would have said 30 to 40. But thinking while I'm talking, you need at least 50 to 60,000 sitting on the side. Because if not, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Because if you ain't got that money sitting on the side, you gotta understand one thing. You still got mortgage, you still got rent, you still got health insurance, you still got car insurance, you still got kids, you still got bills, you gotta eat. You know, your whatever, your wife, whatever, your girl, they might need gas, your kids need food to go to school, and you gotta pay different bills. So you gotta have that money put to the side. So people think that, well, if you I'm gonna go buy a truck today and I'm gonna make this money. Nah, I make money, but I put out a lot of money on just maintaining, and because everything gets high now. Everything ain't what it used to be no more. So because a few went up, price went up, rent went up, mortgage went up, parts went up. You buy a truck today. I have an old truck, and I said, thank God for that. Thank God for that. I have a '99 KW. Thank God for that, because if I didn't have this truck and it wasn't old, and I take care of the truck, it's new to me because keep it clean and everything. But if it wasn't for this truck, if I had a newer truck, like a 2017, 2022, that truck be in the shop right now, 2, 3 weeks, be in the shop for months, because with these new trucks, it's hard to get parts. You might need a sensor this big with a plug. You might be waiting 4 weeks for that, and that truck's sitting in the shop for 4 weeks. I'm not trying to discourage y'all, but if you're gonna get into this game, better know what you're getting into, because where, like I said, I'm leased onto a company, so at least I know at the end of the week I'm gonna get paid. Then if I gotta buy a sensor, if I gotta buy a part, and I know I'm gonna have to wait. Lease sometimes if you leased onto a company, the company might even have a truck for you to drive. You're not gonna make the same money. I'm not going to make the same money, but at least I know at the end of the day I can use a company truck. I either sit home or I could just go to the boss and, yo, can I use one of your trucks? You got a truck available? The money going to cut it, but at least you got a foot in the game to go pay some bills. When you running around with your own trailer and that truck go down, can't lease no truck. They're only going to lease you a truck if you have more than 5 fleet. If you got a fleet is five or better. If you got a fleet, and they will lease you a truck. But if you got one truck, ain't nobody taking that chance with you. Nobody gonna do that. So now you pretty much asked out. So it's a win-win situation right now. And right now, the money really ain't the market ain't that good. Like my boy right now, he in the South right now. The South money is trash. I'm gonna keep 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep 100. If you in the South and you pulling loads out the South is trash. Everybody know even before COVID, you can't even get a load. The only load you getting out of Florida is banana loads, watermelon loads, and pineapple loads. If you pulling with Chiquita, but other than that, you really can't get no freight out of Florida. It ain't nothing coming out of Florida. So now the race in the South is trash. Well, that's like say right now, for what I've been hearing from my boy, if just to drive 3 hours, they want to pay you $1,000. They want to pay you less than that. That ain't, to drive 3 hours, they want to pay you like $400, $500. That ain't no money, because up north you make more money than that. Even though the cost of living up here is a whole lot higher, but you'll make more money than that. The money ain't really that good down there, as far as trucking, but because the cost of living is cheaper down there, your rent may be cheaper, your mortgage may be cheaper, but cause the fact it's gonna cost you though. So the would I say buy your own trailer? It's up to you. That's up to you. I wouldn't tell you to jump out the window and buy it, but that's pretty much up to you. If I had to go buy my own trailer right now, no, I wouldn't do it. I stay doing containers. I ain't gonna be around too long, but I stay doing containers and try something else. But if you're gonna buy your own trailer, it's a lot that goes in. It's a lot that goes in with that. And not only that, you're gonna need $1 million cover insurance for the business. You're still gonna need to cover the tractor. You're still gonna need to cover the trailer. If the trailer is not a 2010 or 2012 or better, you can't even take that trailer to California. You can't even take it to California. So if you get a run and you driving an old truck, like me right now, my truck a '99, I can't take this truck to Cali. Cali banned trucks like mine from going into California. So I couldn't get this truck over. If I had a trailer that's a '99, I can't even get the trailer over there. If the reefer is a '99, I can't get it over there. So I can't make no money in Cali if I had to go to Cali, because Cali burned a lot of, they banned a lot of trucks from going over there. They hurt themselves, but they banned a lot of trucks from going over there. So when you make some money in this game, you make some money. With your own trailer, yeah, but you got to know how to hustle. This is a hustle game. Ain't nothing lazy about this. I see a lot of guys fall down, they get the money. They get a check for like six, $7,000, $10,000. They go ball till they drop, and then when you turn around, one check, say like right now, right? You make a check for $10,000 a day, and then you blow the motor, and the motor costs you $13,000 whole end frame. It depends on if you're gonna get a platinum gold or you're gonna get everything. Then you do an in frame for $10,000. You just blew $10,000 on what? You just went and bought yourself a brand new Benz. You just went and did the front porch of your house. Now you got $10,000 in a hole. You got 10,000 in a hole. So now you got to get a motor. Your motor will cost you 13 grand. I don't already went when I'm on white truck. I done had that motor done about 4 times, so I already know what it is. You blow a motor in the truck, you pretty much shot it. You ain't got no money saved up, so you got to keep putting money away, putting money away, putting money away. But then you talking about having 2 trucks, 3 trucks, or 4 trucks. That's a big responsibility. I'm not saying you can't do it because I see a lot of guys do it. You got to have your mind got to be mentally structured and built. Listen, what I'm saying. You have to be mentally structured and built to have 4 to 5 trucks. Hey, what's going on, son? You gotta be mentally built. Because if you ain't mentally built right now to have 4 or 5 trucks, you're gonna lose. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Gonna lose because if you got 3 trucks in the shop and them 3 trucks are waiting for parts, and right now everything is on back order. I try to order a camshaft bracket that I put on my trucker page. A can S cam bracket broke. I went to K. What's up, Paul Mears? I went to Paul. I went to I'm about to say I went to Paul. I went to KW for the S cam bracket that broke. KW said they discontinued that part. So KW told me to call Bendex. So they end up calling Bendex. Bendex changed the part number. When they changed the part number, they told me 8 weeks. So now I had to take that part. Thank God, I know a lot of spots in Jersey and North. I took that part down to Eminent Welding in North and got it done and put the S cam back on myself. So a lot of work on my truck I do myself. Sometimes I be overwhelmed, I be tired, man. But you have to learn how to do some of this stuff yourself too. So now they saying the parts are 8 weeks. So if you can you imagine with one truck, if I had to wait 8 weeks for a part, I'd be done out here, man. Like it really because 8 weeks will kill you. You may say, well, if you making the money, nah, it's not about making the money. You got other bills to pay, and you still have. Let's say like if I took the truck to the shop, they do the S cam. S cam will run you anywhere from $250 to $500. That's brand new. You get off line for like $250, but then if you go to a dealer around like $500, now you get that. You go to the shop. You put the truck in the shop. They take the S cam out. Now they're gonna tell you you got to change the whole axle that goes through the S cam. That this the S cam here is a rod. So say if this your S cam, right? Now you got the slack adjuster. Now you got the S cam bracket, and now you got the brake chamber. That all that right there alone, man, they'll kill you, man. You looking at about already $2,000, and you sitting there like 2,000. Yo, I thought the S cam was like 250, but they're gonna say no, no, no. They're gonna hit you with bushings. They're gonna hit you with oil. They're gonna hit you with grease. They're gonna even tell you, well, we had to discard or we had to recycle to get rid of the oil because it's hard to get rid of oil and grease. All they had to do was wipe it up with a rag and spray some brake cleaner on it, wipe it up again, and throw it in the trash can. But they're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna charge you for disposal. So this trucking game is something different. So when I hear people saying I want to get my CDL, when I get it, I'm gonna buy me a truck. That's why I keep telling you, learn the business inside out. Learn what you need to get into. That's like with anything in life. If you want to get in the trucking, get 2 years, learn the business. Because you jump out there and buy you, Paul, no. If you jump out there and buy you a tractor, you lease onto a company, or you might say, well, I want to get my own authority. Now you get your own authority, you got to break that down. Get your own authority. You got to go first. You got to get a company name. Then you gotta get a tax ID. You got your tax ID number, company name. Once you do that, then you gotta go to the federal. You gotta go to the federal motor carrier. Then you gotta get a DOT number. When you get the DOT number, then you gotta turn around and get $1 million. You got $1 million um insurance for the business. Then once you do that, you still gotta get insurance for the tractor. Now, once you do all that, you gotta get a safety rating. You gotta go get your first inspection. A lot of companies in the beginning is not going to deal with you. So now you're going to be scuffling for work, taking anything you can get. I don't care if it's you hauling garbage, you hauling water don't pay. Then you're going to end up getting over C.H. Robinson. C.H. Robinson going to have you hauling watermelon, garbage, water, garbage. They're going to have you hauling like cranberry juice, ocean spray, all of that bulk, heavy load that nobody want. But in the beginning, you're going to do it. You got no choice to do it. Now the choice is because nobody gonna mess with you because you just bought the truck. Now you turn around and get a trailer. Now the trailer got to be inspected. Everything on the highway go. It falls up under you. Ain't none of that. Oh, this and that person name. This and that person name. No, you on the road. You behind the wheel. That's your truck. That's your responsibility. As a company driver, you behind the wheel. You in that truck. That's your responsibility, man. Because a lot of companies is throwing that on you. Same thing with DOT. They don't care. They can care less how you feel about a truck, man. As long as you take care of the truck and you honest with them, you good. But it's a lot that goes in with this. This ain't just jumping out the window. I advise you, like I always tell people this. If you want to be an owner operator, talk to, run into if you want to be an owner operator, if you want to do this, drive for an owner operator. See what it's like to own your see what it's like to take care of the truck, to maintain the truck. Drive for owner operator. Give it about 6 months to a year. If you like that, you would say, "Well, I'm being an operator." Then you go buy your own truck. But know what you want to buy because now Paul he agreed with me. Now, before COVID, you could get a 2015, 2014 for like $54,000. Now after COVID, because everything went up, now they selling trucks for the same as a guy on the job got a 2016 Volvo. I ain't gonna say his name. I forgot his name anyway. He parked next to me. $87,000. You may say, well, that was cheap. No, 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 no. That's $87,000 with 700,000 miles. Anybody knows 700,000 miles? You should be getting an overhaul. You want to at least get a truck with 300,000 miles, between 300,000, 500,000 miles. It'll give you about 2 years, and then you get the overhaul. You buying a truck for $87,000? $87,000. Yeah, prices are crazy. $87,000 2016. My truck is a 99. I got a 550 cat in this truck. 2 years ago, this truck was worth $16,000 because of KW. Google it. I want any one of y'all to sit back and say, let me see if J. Quill running his mouth. Right? Google, yeah, 90K. 98 P for 90,000. See, they might think we just sit up here blowing smoke. All you gotta do is Google a 98 P and a 98 KW, and watch the prices you come up with, man. This right now, I'm getting offers up to $52,000 for this truck. I won't sell it because the thing is, this truck don't have a DEF. It don't have all of that electronic on here. So since it don't have all of the electronic, the sensors, the DEF, I'm sitting on a gold mine right now as long as I maintain this motor. So if this motor was to go right now, God forbid, old school, knock on wood, I would fix it. So I ain't got because it's not one of those new motors. It's not that Detroit. It's not that red Volvo. It's not the International. It's not a Pack car, even though Pack car are making parts, but it's a cat motor in here. Even though Pack car and cat is pretty much the same thing. They make parts for cat and all that. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: is yeah, I'm sitting on some change with the KW, man. I'm getting offers like crazy. I took the truck, even tires done went up. I got tires a couple weeks ago, like 2 months ago. I bought tires on this truck. I bought 8 tires would have cost me no more than 1,800. 8 tires cost me $3,000, man. The two front steers cost me 1,375, and $3,000 on the back, and those Chinese on the back. Chinese on the back. If I'd have got BF Good wrench, I'd have spent about 5 grand. Good years, Yokohamas, I spent about 5 grand. But right now I got Chinese on the back, 3,000. I got Good years on the. No, I got Firestones on the front. Cost me 1,375 for 2 tires on the front. Everything done went up, but people really don't. They think we making all of this money. You're really not making all this money because, like I said, you go if the truck go down and you don't know how to fix anything, it's gonna cost you. These mechanics don't went up. It's crazy. Some mechanics used to be $100 an hour. They're up to 160. Some mechanics that was $80 an hour is up to 125. Even the mechanics don't went up. But I'm gonna tell you one thing ain't going up. That's the pay. Pay ain't going to. Pay ain't going up. Because right now the fuel's starting to go down a little bit. That means the rate gonna go down a little bit, and everything's still gonna be up. That ain't going nowhere, man. So it's pretty much gonna cost you being out here. You can make some money, but you gotta have a drive. Like you gotta know that. buying a truck. The first 2 years, I'm not gonna make no money. I gotta stack, 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 stack. First 2 years, you gotta stack your money. You gotta stack your money first 2 years. Can't be out there spurging. You can't be out there going crazy. You gotta stack your money. But I say it like this: if you've been in the game for long enough, one of my followers said he been in the game 16 years. I told him if you want, leave your information and um hit me on IG at Big 19. BIG 19TH. You can hit me on and then I'll link up with you over there. But if let me see something what you put down there. Yeah, you can't spend it. A case of breakdown, man. You can't really spend, man. I travel with a few dollars in my pocket, but I travel with tools and all that because I know what it is, man. But you can't right now, man. It's getting hot up here. I turn the AC on a bit. Damn, it's getting hot up here. Yeah, but you got to put the money away, man. You got to put the money away because it's tight right now. I ain't gonna say a lot of nobody. It's tight right now, but you can if you don't have. This will sound crazy, but if you if you don't have a girl or yourself don't have money issues and yeah, I know you got to have at least 10K on board, man. But if you don't have money issues and you don't have a girl who like the Spurs and she understand what you doing now, and she understand the whole trucking thing, and she know how to move around and get you parts and know how to call different places up to get you out of situation. If you don't have nobody on your team like that, and you got a girl who just if you like to spend money and she like to spend money and you in this trucking thing, it ain't gonna last, man. It is not gonna last. I'm not trying to say you should live like a bum. You should treat yourself. You should treat yourself. Take care of yourself. More important, take care of your health while you're on this road, because this road will kill you. This road will come with all types of illnesses, diabetes, overweight, thyroid, come with thyroid in your neck. It just comes with so much because when you go to when you get up in age, they check for thick neck, they check for all types of stuff, and make sure your vision all right. Blood pressure, if your blood pressure too high, they only gonna give you 5 months, 3 months on your DOT physical. That it plays a lot out here. So you know, and I got for those guys who's up in age like 40 something getting your CDL now, be careful right now because they're making it hard to try and get CDL now up in age. They giving the older brothers blood pressure tests. Yeah, if you're a big guy and you in your 40s getting a CDL, they're gonna give you a blood pressure test. They're gonna check your neck, see if you got thyroid. They're gonna see if you got high blood pressure, sugar, and all that. Then they might deny you. They give you a breather test and have you breathing through a tube. And if your wind pressure ain't up, your lungs ain't up, they're gonna try to find a way not to give you your CDL license. So just be aware that when you go get your CDLs and you trying to get a DOT physical, I tell everybody for DOT physical, man, if you know you're gonna take the physical, either go walking, go running, get in the gym, bring some of the weight down, get in a certain way you can breathe, right? Breathing habits, try to get yourself start eating right, because this roller will kill you out here. Start eating right. I'm not trying to say eat like a rabbit or eat like a bird, but you gotta take care of yourself out here. I've been out here like 29, going on 30, and then I took care of myself for a lot of years. You're gonna have to take care of yourself. I don't know how long I'm gonna be out here, but I already know you gotta take care of yourself, man. Because at the end of the day, it gets hard out here. It really gets rough out here. It rough on your mental, rough on your body. And it's come with stress because you're doing so much, and that's like you don't already spent $3,000 on the truck. Come Monday, you get on the road, everything running smooth. Come Tuesday, boom, check engine light come on, trucks freeze, and it pulls over. You're gonna panic. When you panic, you're going, oh man, damn, I just spent $3,000. What's the problem now? Can't get it started. Got a record coming. A record gonna charge you anything between 1,000, 3,000 to tow you back. Depends on where you at. Now that's another 3 grand you're gonna put out. Now you get to the shop. It could be something small as a sensor or something came unplugged, but you still gotta pay for that towing bill. Still gotta pay for it, man. So it happens out here, man. It happens out here. It's just you gotta be ready for it, man. You gotta be ready for the ups and downs. There's in the trucking industry, as far as being an owner operator, owning your own vehicles, there's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs. It's never You would get good days and good weeks, but what I call some drivers call due season. You're gonna have a season where you're gonna be putting money out to fix that truck, and it's gonna take away from the rent, the mortgage, the car payment, insurance. It's gonna take away from that, man. It's gonna take away. You get to a shop and he tell you got a bill for 10 grand. He tell you got a bill for $15,000. He tell you got a bill for 20,000. Now it's up to you. Some people think 20,000. Oh, I'm gonna just leave the truck. But if it's worth it, you're gonna try to get that money. It's crazy how if you get into a certain situation, you can get the money up faster. But if you're trying to buy something, you can't really get it. It kind of sounds crazy though. But when you down, you know how to get that money up. You know how to get the money up. But if you're trying to get something really nice, it's a struggle for that. But when the truck go down, your mind go into truck mode, so you know how to get the money up. But it's rough sometimes because I know how it is. It's hard to ask people for anything because nowadays, if you in the truck, they think you're making all this money, and then they loan you about $2,000-3,000 to fix your truck. Then they're on the phone with you. Either they trying to it's crazy. Either they trying to get the money back, or they trying to get their name on your lease, or they trying to get their name on the title, or they trying to become a part of your business. Oh, now don't worry about the money. Just let me become part of the business. You got one truck. You don't need no business partners. There ain't no such thing. So be careful how people try to play you, family, friends. You have to be to maintain, man. You got to maintain. Like right now, I'm out here in oh man, I'm in New York Mills, New York, upstate somewhere, picking up a live load. It gets crazy though, man. It gets crazy. So do I say what's better for me? I'm leased on to a company, so it's better. It works for me. I can't say it's better for me, but it does work for me. If I had my own trailer right now and I had to run around and look for freight, I'd drive myself crazy. I drive myself crazy because I need to get paid. Once the load is done, I need my money. I can't wait 2, 3 weeks to get a pay. I can't wait just to get a paycheck or just for them to put the money in my account. Got to wait 2, 3 weeks. So same thing with the port. Now you could go to port. People ask me all the time, well, how can you get into the port? Well, you get into the port, you got to apply for the UIA. Listen, you got to apply for the UIA. Once you apply for the UIA, you got to wait. They're gonna ask you for your DOT number. You got to have $1 million cover insurance. Um, Once you apply for that for the UIA, you got the health, the insurance got to be up. You got to have your DOT number. You got to have one more thing I'm missing when you apply for the UIA. Then once you apply for them, you get accepted. Then you gotta have a tax ID number too. Then you gotta go through the steamship lines. They give you like I think it's like hundreds of them. Then you go down to see who you want to work with. So they ask you to apply for. So you can apply for Hapag Lloyd. You can apply for Yang Ming. You can apply for Hyundai. You can apply for APL, like APL, CMM, CMA, the same thing. OOCL. Um, Merck got their own thing. Merck's kind of hard. When you first get UIA, it's kind of hard to pull for Merck because you got to have like a safety rating score with them. So it's kind of hard, but you will get Merck. You get MSC. What else? It's a lot more. You get shit. What was the other one? A K line. So once you start applying for the steamship lines, you will get approved for like if you apply for 20, you might get approved for 10. Then you start pulling boxes. The cheap ones to pull for is half pack lawyer. They don't pay nothing. So be careful, half pack lawyer. They don't want to pay you nothing. So you can apply, you get approved for 10, then you start pulling your work outside the port. So and no, then you got one more thing you got to apply for. You apply for UIA, you got to apply for before you get that, you got to get your SCAT code. You gotta get a SCAT code. So even if your name is John, if your name is um Juanito or whatever, you just gotta use the first 4 letters of that. Then you could get your SCAT code. SCAT code is the first 4 letters. They're gonna answer you get the SCAT code. Then the UIA, then all of that comes into play. Then you start pulling containers out the port. But that's kind of right about now. If you start moving containers out the port, either you better have your own chassis, or you're gonna have to start leasing chassis through a chassis pool, metro pool. What's this? It's a lot of them in chassis costs, man. Sometimes it's $35 a day, sometimes it's $15 a day. The chassis part is up too. So You better have your own chassis. You get into this game, pull up with the ports. You better have your own chassis. You better have your own chassis. Right now, there's no chassis in the port. You're going to port right now to get a. Say if you get the load out the port right now, and you got to deliver that load to Delaware. It takes you about an hour and a half to get down there, right? So if you got to go to Delaware, it takes you every bit 2 hours to get to Delaware. So now, if you don't have a chassis, you go to Chassis Depot. You can't get one. You go to CNC Maintenance. That's trash. You go to the depot yard. That's trash. Now you end up getting the chassis. By the time you get the empty to go down or get the load to go down, you're looking at about 4 or 5 hours. You don't waste it in the port. So you're gonna have to make sure you get chassis now. So the chassis are probably down in the port. It's hard to get those. That's why some people say, well, I don't rather deal with the port. I'd rather get my own trailer. You can go get your own trailer. That's cool. You get a reefer trailer. I said if you get a trailer, buy a reefer. You might say, well, I buy a reefer. I ain't got no reefer money, but think about it. You buy a reefer, you ain't got nothing to worry about missing a load. You can put that reefer on a warm for certain chemicals or clay. Then you can cool it up for produce or meat, dairy. Then at the same time, you ain't got that. You can pick up a dry load. You can pick up a dry load. So you would never be out. You know, if you run in the road, you always got that reefer. So you pretty much good with that. Or get a regular 53-foot trailer. I know somebody who's doing pretty good with that. But like I said, it's a rough game if you allow it to be rough. It's not that bad, but you gonna go through it. So my opinion, I like being leased onto a company. Some people say, well, I want all my money. You know, I say they take 30% of what I make. That's cool. I still make out pretty good. So a lot of the responsibilities as far as owning the trailer I have to worry about. As far as dealing with the federal motor carrier, I have to deal with them. As far as having the trailer insurance and having the company insurance and paying in New Jersey up to $12,000 a month, no, I don't have to deal with that. So I like what I'm doing, but if you want to be your 100% your own, then get a trailer, get the freight, but be prepared though. It's not an easy game though, man. It's not an easy game because sometimes some companies won't even load you because the year, make, model of your trailer. A lot of people don't tell you that. You go out there and buy a trailer now, and they might say, well, the trailer's too old for me to load. Or the trailer's too unsafe for me to load. Sometimes you go companies, you got a-holes. They'll come outside and say, well, your tires are dry routed. I'm not going to put my load on that trailer. You know, your floorboards are dry routed. I'm not going to put my freight on that trailer. You got a-holes out there. These companies will give you a hard time, man. But then you have some companies who pay. They'll pull up with a garbage trailer and load that trailer here, keep it moving. You know, so it works like that. You got to know how to have a good attitude being out here. Attitude out here on the road as a trucker plays a major part in this game, man. It was going on, Khalil Money. So if you out here as a trucker, you got to have a strong attitude. You got to have a good attitude. Because, hey, what up, AJ? So if you don't have a good attitude out here in this trucking thing, it plays a major part because you'll lose. Well, this trucking industry, man, it's a lose win lose situation out here because it's hard. It ain't that easy, man. Like I said, the money in the South ain't that good. Money in the South ain't really that good in the South compared to money being up north. Unless you running the road, unless you running that road and you got a load going out to Washington State, paying you like 15 grand, and then try to get a load coming back because you always want a backhaul coming back. You don't want to come back with no freight, you know. So it's a thing. So you know, like to the, you know, my new TikTok subscribers, the one that asked me about me, I like being leased onto a company. I like owning my truck, being leased onto a company. Like I said, because I know every week I don't get a check every week. But compared to you out there with your own trailer, sometimes they don't want to pay. And my boy AJ, he'll tell you that. Sometimes they ask you to submit an invoice. You submit the invoice. Now they're telling you they ain't get it yet. It could be 2 weeks later. We ain't get it yet. 3 weeks later, oh, we got it. Then another 3 weeks to pay you. Sometimes they want to hold back. And you got big companies. Let's say like you're dealing with a JB Hunt, and the JB Hunt is moving Walmart, Target, Lowe's. They moving Amazon. So they moving so much freight. Sometimes it's hard to get back to you. Same thing with Amazon, man. It's hard to get back to you. So You understand? You got to get that money to start trickling for 1 month. And I guess after the month is up, then the money start coming in constantly. But you got to keep rolling. But you got to make sure the wheels will keep rolling. You got to make sure you maintain the truck, pay the bills. You got to make sure you do your taxes. You got to make sure you do everything to stay afloat out here because it's hard out here, man. Like I said, everything went up. $30,000 trucks is up to 80 grand. $50,000 trucks up to 100 grand. $60,000 trucks up to $150,000. That's crazy, man. I would never buy a truck 150,000 with 700,000 miles. That's crazy. If somebody like right now, I posted a truck on my page. The truck was a 2015 KW for $77,000. I think that's a great price. A guy told me that wasn't a good price. 77,000, that's trash. 2 years ago, that truck 77,000 was sale. He said it was trash. So you would rather go buy a same truck, 2015, for $150,000 than buy that truck for 77? Ain't no difference. The difference is the miles. That's a company truck, probably maintained by the company. The difference is the miles. And you rather buy a truck, $700,000, 700,000. You'll spend $150,000 on a truck with 700,000 miles and think that's sweet. That ain't sweet. That's trash. Because eventually you gotta get overhauled. How much overhaul costs? 8 to 20 grand. It's overhaul. So now if you get a truck with 700,000 miles and you blow that motor at 780,000 miles, you blow the motor. You either get options. You want the top end done or you want the bottom end done. It's up to you. You get the bottom end done, you're going to buy 8 grand. You're looking at about 6 grand. You get the top end done, you're going to buy $8,599,000. You get the whole overhaul done, you get about 15 grand. You get it in frame, take the motor out, put the motor in. Man, it's up to you how you want to do it, man. But best believe these new trucks with this DEF and that DEF, it's another thing. That DEF kill you. DEF catch on fire, burn you in here alive, man. Believe it. That DEF on that truck, if that thing get hot enough, and you in the truck sleeping, it'll burn the left side of the truck up. You ain't getting out this door. You ain't getting out this door. You gonna burn alive in that truck. They don't tell you that shit neither. A lot of these trucking companies ain't telling you that. A lot of these drivers are burning in these trucks. That DEF is like an incinerator. That thing catch fire under that door. Prime example. Narrow driver, rest in peace. His name is Jason LeBron. Remember that name, Jason LeBron. Me and him ran a couple of lumber loads together, upstate New York. He was a big guy, but he wasn't that big. Nice guy. Talked to him a few times. You can look it up if you want. Look it up. 2 weeks ago, you can look it up in Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania, Mount Pocono Township. He was coming up 80. I don't know if he had a stroke, heart attack, or he went to sleep. He drifted this way. The steering wheel went this way when he drifted. From the right lane, hit a car in the center lane, spent them around, went to the left lane. They said the truck went airborne. Hit a ditch. All that was left was bones. That's all that was left. The container came apart. All they found was the back wheels on the back of the chassis. That's it. That's it. That's it. All that was left was bones. That man burnt. I'm just hoping that he was gone and that truck caught on fire. And that DEF played a major part. I don't know if he had a seatbelt or not. I hope he did, but I don't think that would have helped neither. I don't think that would help. Burnt alive in that truck. Burnt alive. I don't know if, no, like I said, I can't say he burnt alive, but he was in the truck when it burned. I just hope that he was gone before that truck caught fire. Because if he was up, what's up, Nate? If he was alive, he couldn't get out that truck. Because once that DEF on the side, I don't have one. I couldn't even show you what that is. But once that DEF mixed with that diesel, it gets hot. It's an incinerator. Because what it does, it burns off fumes. A man burnt in that truck. Burnt in that truck. That's another thing too out here, man. This fatigue plays a part. Your health plays a major part. You know, plays a major part out here. So if you're a big guy or a little guy, yeah, it is. It is, Hector. Burnt alive in the truck, man. His name was Spanish guy. His name was Jason LeBron. So Google it. Mount Pocono Township, 2 weeks ago. You'll see. In a narrow truck. You know, it was company driver. It's company driver. Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace, man. Because I seen him a day before. I seen him Wednesday inside the port. It's crazy how you can see somebody a day before and they go in the next day. It's crazy. Same age as me. He was 49. I'm 49. So that kind of hit me hard. Kind of bothered me a little bit. But it's different out here, man. It's different. It's different, man. It is different out here. And plus, with all that being said, people don't cut you a break out here. People cut you off. People do the wildest stuff out here, man. The truck drivers. They make it seem like truck drivers are mean, angry. They make it seem like we disrespectful. We hog the road. I'm gonna tell you another story, right? And I don't know if the two young ladies was come across this video. I don't know. But if y'all do come across this video, I apologize. I truly apologize if y'all come across this video because it was me. I'm coming up Route 80 eastbound, westbound. And there was a Swift driver. He coming up the right lane. While the Swift driver, he had to be doing like, I'm doing 60, 62. Now, there's two dump trucks here. One dump truck, two dump truck. I'm coming up on the back door of the dump truck, but I'm passing them in the lane. I'm in the left lane passing them. The dump truck is here. Here comes the Swift driver. I don't know if he was on the phone, but he coming. I'm looking in my mirror, I'm seeing him. So I'm back braking. I'm slowing up. So when I slowed up, the dump truck is here now. He tried to cut between me and the dump truck. But it was coming so hard that I threw my blinker on. I'm holding on the horn. I'm holding on the horn like this. I drifted to the lane. By the time I looked, there was a black Nissan Venture. That car swerved about 4 times and almost hit the damn guardrail. No, it almost hit the Jersey barrier, the wall. The walls on the highway is called Jersey barrier. They swerved hard. Hard. And I was sitting there, man, I was scared for them. I wasn't even worried about me because the Swift driver came in the lane with me. He came in the lane. I didn't have nowhere to go. Ain't had nowhere to go. I was going to be a fool to hit him, like to whack the whole side. Nah, I didn't want to wreck. But them girls in that car, there was one white girl and one black girl. So when she pulled up, she rolled the window. She was screaming at me. And what am I going to say to her? Scream out the window, I'm sorry? She didn't see that the Swift driver, I'm going to post it on my page. I got a picture of the Swift truck. I'm going to post it up later. I'm going to post it up in the community tab if I still got it. And I got his truck number and everything. I'm going to post it on my community tab. Came right in the lane with me, man. I almost killed them young ladies, man. Man, let me tell you something. After 29 years somewhat driving, if anything would have happened to them ladies, I put it on my kids. I'd have got a truck. I would have retired that day. That was the day before the truck driver. That was a day before. That was Wednesday. He died Thursday. That Wednesday, I'd have just sold the truck. I'd have got rid of the truck. That'd have been my last day in the truck. Something would have happened to them young ladies in that car. I'd have parked this truck. I would have never drove another truck there in my life because I would have took full responsibility for that. And the Swift driver, man, kill less, man. I caught him at the top of he was at mile marker 43. 43. I caught him at the top at mile marker 27 before the pallet. I looked at him. He just kept looking straight ahead. I blew the horn. Never looked at me because he could care less. Care less what he did. I don't know if he was under pressure. I don't know if we weren't paying attention. I don't know because you get force dispatch. Force dispatch is saying that the dispatch will tell you where to go. If you say no, they're gonna tell you to park the truck or they're gonna throw you on the bus. So I don't know what was on his mind, but he was coming too fast between those dump trucks. Either he hit the dump truck, he came in my lane, he cared less, and them girls were scared, man. You should have seen the look on their face. The look on their face, man. Those was babies, bro. They probably no older than my daughters. They was babies in that car. They was babies, man. It was two young girls, and the car was swerving so hard, it just came out, and when the car went this way, almost hit that damn Jersey barrier head on. She oversteered it, and it swung back. She'd have hit that wall, man. Something happened, man. I'd have been it for me. I'd have parked the truck. I'd have parked the truck. Nah, I'm done. I'm done with this industry. I'm done. Because I ain't never seen no shit like that. I ain't never thought a driver can just come in your lane and cut you off with no care in the world, man. These are different drivers now. With no care in the world. He didn't care. So I'd have parked the truck, retired, I'm done with trucking. I'd have had to take full responsibility for that. There was babies in that car, man. There was babies, man. It was young girls in that car. She was screaming, too. She was screaming, man. I could imagine what she was saying. And I couldn't really look at her like that. I couldn't look at her. I looked at them. I couldn't face them like that because they didn't know that the truck on the other side of me came in the lane with me. Came right in the lane with me. Didn't even care. They didn't know that. So the police report would have said, I merged into their lane and cut them off, caused a fatal accident, not knowing that Swift came in the lane with me. Swift didn't care. Black guy, dreadlocks, you know, younger guy, he didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't care. Being out here, it comes with a lot, man. It comes with a lot. We just don't being in a truck is hard, man. Y'all may think that, well, y'all just drive. It's not that. We gotta drive for you too. We gotta drive for you too. We gotta worry about your family, your kids, your grandmother, your uncle, your aunt, your sons, your daughters. A lot that we go through out here, but y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that. All y'all see is that this big machine. Yeah, I think we make a lot of money. The trucking industry is very underpaid right now. The trucking industry is very underpaid. Very underpaid. Y'all wouldn't know that. Y'all wouldn't know that. Anytime you got a truck driver making $20 an hour, truck drivers should make $40 an hour. Starting at $40. The truck drivers should be starting at $40 an hour, not no $15, $16, $17 to drive a truck. $16 to drive a truck, you might get a job at Burger King. Dead serious, man. Got these truckers out here making $16 an hour at the company drive. You might get a job at Burger King. $21. Nah, you might get a job cutting steel metal. Truckers should be getting paid $40 an hour, man. But the industry sucks right now. They're not paying nothing right now. They don't want to pay you nothing. They want you to get out there, put your job, put your life on the line to deliver the freight, even through COVID. You would think the money went up from what's in COVID? The money ain't going nowhere. I worked through the COVID pandemic. Money ain't go up. Worked through the whole pandemic. That money ain't go up, man. Money did not go up through the pandemic. Worked through the whole thing. Truckers was out here. But who were they saluting? Your law enforcement and your ambulance. And you might say, well, what y'all do? What do we do? Kept you eating. Kept you sleeping. Mm-hmm. Who you think supplied the uniforms to the police department? Who you think delivered it to them? We do. Same thing with your fire department. Same thing with your ambulance. Who you think supplied the tools? Who delivered the tools, the bullets, the guns, the supplies that the doctor need? We deliver everything. You don't get no credit. We don't get no credit. Truckers get a bad rap out here, man. We get a bad rap out here. Even though we getting up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. What's going on, Melee? Truckers get a bad rap out here, man. Getting up 2, 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 in the morning, leaving the house just like a cop. Leave the house 1 in the morning, don't even know if you're making it back home. That driver that passed away for Narrow, let me tell you how hard it gets. The driver that ran off the road with Narrow and burnt in that truck, he was 10 minutes from home and 20 minutes from Narrow. You hear me? It's 10 minutes from home and 20 minutes from Narrow. Didn't even make it home, man. That's how it is with truckers. We get a bad rap, but we don't know if we making it home. We got to deal with so much on these roads. We don't know we making it home for a little bit of money. For a little bit of money, man. Drivers making $15 an hour, $20 an hour, don't even know if you're making it home. Half of these trucker companies don't even want to give you health insurance. Like me, I'm on operator. I'm leased onto a company. I got to pay for my own health insurance, my own life insurance. So many companies don't even want to give you that. Like my company I'm with, leased onto, they don't supply me with health insurance and life insurance. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for all of that. Company drivers out here making $18 an hour to start. You got to wait 6 months just to get benefits. You should be, as soon as you fill out the application, as soon as the day you get in that truck, that's the day you should be covering health insurance. They don't give you that. They should be giving you uniforms. You got to wait for that. The trucking industry is very underpaid. Amazon, would I pull a load for Amazon? Not me. Amazon don't pay you nothing. Hey, what's going on, low 74? Amazon don't pay you nothing, man. Amazon is trash. Get Amazon if you want. When Amazon first came out, you make money with Amazon. Amazon said, oh, get 3, 4 trucks. Get 3 power only. Power only means the tractor. Power only means just that tractor. A couple years later, Amazon got their own trucks, their own day cabs, their own sleepers. Now Amazon running around with here with electric trucks. They got electric trucks right now. Amazon running around here with self-driving trucks. Self-driving, look them up. They got like big a satellite here, and they spinning. The driver's getting the back program. The truck drives off on his own. No driver in the truck. Amazon already got them. So before you know it, drivers like me, 49, gonna be obsolete in a minute. That's why I'm trying to get out the game now. Drivers like me gonna be obsolete in a minute. So if they got self-driving trucks and electric trucks, why should they pay you? They're just gonna go back down to getting $30 and go down to $15, $11. Sit in the trucking programming, man. It says drivers out the door, you should make $40 an hour. Out the door, as a trucker, you should make $40 an hour with 100% benefits. Back then, you used to get 100% benefits. Back then, you would say, well, I take the benefits for the pay. You know what I'm saying? I take the benefits all day. Leave some covered. Now, I ain't like that no more, man. You're getting cheap wages to drive a truck. But, I done seen people get in trucks and leave them at the truck stop. I done seen people leave trucks on the highway because the trucker company don't want to pay. Jump on the airplane, go to another trucker company, the same thing. So if you keep making moves like that and you don't learn the industry, by the time you get your own truck, you're going to lose because you're not going to know nothing. But it's ups and downs in this game, man. It's ups and downs in this game. Ups and downs in this. Been out here for a long time, man. A long time. I done seen the worst, the craziest. Seems like it done got worse. Done got worse out here. I don't know if it's going to get better with all the technology they got out here now and the self-driving vehicles. How much are they going to pay you then? I thought she was coming over here. I don't know how much they're going to pay you then, but whatever you can get out this trucking game, get it. Get what you can get. Stack your money. Start something else and move on because I didn't even know I was going to be out here this long. I just went and got my license. I didn't know I was going to be out this long. I didn't know. I never even called this a career. I guess it's a career. I never even called it a career. Not me. I just said I got my license and I had child support, and I figured, hey, let me go ahead and buy a truck. Well, I got into the industry, but then child support, I went and bought my own truck, and I ain't know I was gonna be out here this long. Like I said, it's got its goods, it got its bads, its ups and downs. So ain't all that bad, but whatever you can get out of it, and move on. You know, get out and move on, man. But like I said, I think truckers should make $40 out the door. Back then, before Ronald Reagan came in and deregulated trucking, we was getting big dollars out here. We was making money like lawyers and doctors. Back then, truckers was getting big money out here. Big money. They saying it was like, but why should you have to pay? Why should a truck driver have to get money like a lawyer and a doctor when they ain't doing nothing but sitting in the damn truck? Used to make money out here. Money. Reagan came in, deregulated trucking, turned it around. They ain't been the same since then. They ain't been the same since then, man. A lot of older drivers, older than me, they know about that. They know about that. They ain't been the same. Say we don't do nothing, so they cut the pay on everybody. But I tell you one thing, these corporations, they making big dollars. These corporations making big dollars off you. That's like saying something. That's like somebody asked me about a lease purchase, right? Let's talk about a lease purchase. Now, if you do a lease purchase with a company because everything done went up, a lease purchase is good in some way, but then there's a bad thing because lease purchase. It's like buying two trucks with one. A lease purchase, they probably take it $800 a week. It used to be 350, 400. Now it's 800 a week out your check. You ain't running no company road with that. You ain't running a highway. You better be on a road with that. And you better be making at least $2,000 a week, $3,000 a week. Lease purchases out the roof, bro. $800 a week. Yeah, the game changed for the worse, bro. They changed for the worse. So if you're gonna do a lease purchase, you better be dedicated. You better be focused. You better be dumb. Because a lease purchase, it's like paying off two trucks. Before it was like paying off two, now it's like paying off three. Because that's 800 a week. 800 a week. It's 800 a week. So now that truck done went, you paying off a $200,000 vehicle. 200,000. And when they put you in a lease purchase, they're not putting you in a 2022. No, they're not putting you in a 2022. They put you in a 2015, no, 2016, 2017. That's what they put you in a lease purchase. So lease purchase is now you paying 800 a week. They tell you where you're gonna go. You're not gonna tell them where you're not gonna go. They're gonna tell you where you want to go. Hey, hold on, give me 1 second. They're gonna tell you where you want to go. So you may think a lease purchase is good. You do a lease purchase with a company. Say you do a lease purchase with a company called Linden Boat. Now Linden Boat taking out 800 a week. That's plus your fuel. Now say if the fuel is high. So say if you fueled up, if you running, you fueled up at the end of the week $2,000. That's already 2,800 out your check. See what I'm saying? Is you listening? I don't think y'all listening. You spend $2,000 a week on fuel. Like right now, my fuel went up. My fuel used to be 800. Now I'm paying 1,200. My fuel went up 400. I'm paying 1,200 a week in diesel. 1,200 a week in diesel. Now if I had a lease purchase at that 800, that'd be $2,000 already out a week. Where my money at? See what I'm saying? Where my money at? So now, if I got a check for $2,800, that means I took on $800, and I got rent, mortgage, car payment, insurance, and kids. With $800, better hope my shorty got a job. Better hope my wife got a job. You better hope your side piece can kick in. You better hope your mama can kick in. You gotta do that for 5 years. 5 years. Run that road for 5 years to make some money on a lease purchase vehicle. It works for some, works for others. If you're a single male, single female, and you want to live in that truck, the lease purchase work for you. Because now you ain't got no rent, you ain't got no mortgage, you ain't got no kids, you got your little friend or whatever. That's it. So if you on the road, you ain't got no kids, you single, either from the military, fresh out of school, fresh out of jail. Either which one, I don't care. I'm gonna say jail too, because inmates drive trucks too. They need somewhere to go to work too. So salute to all of them brothers and sisters come home from jail, prison, the correctional facility, and they need jobs too. The trucking industry is for you. So salute to them too. So if you was incarcerated for anything, I'm not leaving y'all out. Did time in prison, you done served your time, you done paid, you done gave back to society. Get into trucking. It's a field for inmates, women, and men in this industry. So salute to y'all for getting into trucking. What I'm trying to say is, it's different out there, man. If you do a lease purchase. So know what you're getting into. Single, no kids. You want to live in a truck for 4 years? Lease purchase is for you. You'll make some money. You figure 800, you ain't got no, what you got? Walmart, you got Target, you got crates, you got refrigerator, heated plate, you got showers at the truck stop. The lease purchase work for you if you single. But if you got a wife, a girlfriend, a side piece, you got some weird stuff going home, and you got to send that money home, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Definitely ain't gonna work. I know it ain't gonna work. I know it ain't gonna work. So you doing a lease purchase, you single to work for you. Single, it works. If you ain't got no kids, none of that, no big responsibility, you plan on living in this truck for 4 or 5 years, it will work for you. Not, forget about it, man. I'm being dead honest. I may look like crazy right now, but I'm being dead honest with you, man. It will work for you. It'll work for you if you're single. But if you got a family, it don't work. Another thing too, you get in the trucking and you in a relationship and your girl don't understand trucking, or if you're a female and your man don't understand trucking, and you a female with a jealous man, or you a man with a jealous female, or if you unisex, jealous unisex, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'll be honest with y'all, man. A lot of my time was spent trucking. Was with my kids. A lot of my time was out here trucking. Hey, how you doing, son? Hey, I'm telling you, a lot of my time was out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front, man. I am not gonna front. A lot of my time that I did not spend with my kids, and I regret that to this day. Was out here on the road. I lost a lot of good relationships being out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I lost a lot of good relationships being out here being in the truck. About 29 years, lost a lot. Gained, but I lost a lot. I lost that time, that precious time with my kids. I lost a lot of that being out here. Being out here, man. A lot of that. So trucking does play a part of that. If you have a family and say become a company driver and lease you home every day. Home every day. But it does play a part if you're an over the road driver, a regional driver, go out with 500 miles, an LTL driver, 250 miles, you know. But if you over the road or whatever,
And you want to be on the road, and you talking about something, you love your kids, you want to be there for your kids, you love your wife, you love your girl, you want to be there for them, you love your man, you want to be there for him, being on the road ain't the place to be. It ain't the place to be if they don't understand what you're doing out here. This is a hard job when you out here. You have family at home. Say like you got family at home and you own operator and you making like $4,000 or $5,000 a week and you send that money home. You got a brand new house. You got a brand new car. You got brand new hobbies. Being on the road, you're not gonna enjoy none of that. Got that big house over there in Texas. You ain't seeing that house. If you running from Texas to New Jersey, up to California to Washington State and back, you ain't spending time in that house. Your wife is spending time in that house. Your kids in that house. It ain't no daddy paid for it. But you're not gonna be able to enjoy being out here. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You're not gonna be able to enjoy none of that. You got there and buy yourself a $200,000 truck, brand new, 250. Shoot, you out here trying to pay that truck off. You're not trying to pay it off, man. You ain't trying to be home. You gotta work. You gotta run. You gotta run. You get on the road, you're 110 pounds. Give it 1 year, your ass be 200. Give it 5 years. If you don't maintain, you're gonna be 400 pounds eating the garbage out here living on the road, man. I maintain. I'm surprised I maintained this long. I'm surprised I maintained this long in the game, man. Hey, y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. You know, I ain't worried about. I don't know worry about numbers and all that. Just hit the like button, share the video. I don't worry about numbers, all that. But my whole thing is, I don't ever worry about the numbers, just as long as I can put something out there to help people, make some money, earn a living, see it in perspective I see it in, and get out there and change their life around. And that's all I care about. I don't worry about the numbers, man. I ain't never been a number junkie for views, so I ain't worried about all that. But what I'm trying to say is, man, trucking is it's a lifestyle. It's different than anything else. It's different. At least as a cop, you get to go home every day. A doctor, you get to go home every other day. A nurse, but a truck, nah, man. They tell you you're gonna be out here for 3 weeks. You're not out here for 3 weeks. Like when I did 4 loads of Washington State. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, it will mentally break you down, man. I know it broke me down, bro. I know. I did 4 loads back to back to Washington State from North New Jersey, running containers to Washington State. I was on the road for 2 months. 2 months, man. 2 months. I don't know. I ain't know about what's coming and going, man. I'm gonna tell you something how it mentally break you down too low. This how it'll kill you. Like I said the other day, daydreaming. The number one cause of death with a truck driver, honestly, is daydreaming. I done daydream so much that I couldn't even tell you that I covered. I couldn't tell you how I drove from Indiana through Ohio and ended up Pennsylvania. I could never tell you that. I lost time here. I blacked out here driving. It happens. It happens. You can be driving for damn near 8 hours straight after driving for 15 hours. Y'all may say 15 hours, you crazy. Yeah, we did it. Definitely did it. You black out here. Daydreaming. You can be daydreaming. Your mind. You can be driving, you can be staring at the road, and your mind will have you somewhere else. If you don't snap out of it, you just fall on the steering wheel going this way. You start leaning. Oh shit. You start looking around like, oh, you like, damn, Pennsylvania? The fuck? How'd I get here? Man, mentally, man, you lose it out there, man. You lose it. That road will do it to you, man. You start daydream, pull over. You feel tired, fatigued, pull over, man. Knock on wood, I never ran off the road or hit anybody. But daydreaming will kill you out here. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that in the books. They don't talk about that in school. They don't talk about that on the news. They don't talk about that's part of fatigue, bro. Your body might not be tired, but your brain will take you another. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, yeah, Global. Yeah, man. Daydreaming for a truck driver is number one cause of death. They never, I never heard nobody say that before. Daydreaming will kill you out here, man. I done been through it already, man. I've been through it. I've been through it. I say like you ever daydreaming, you start, you have a whole vision like you sleeping. You have a whole vision in your head. You start thinking about a girl, you thinking about food, you thinking about 3 days ago in your mind, but you're still driving, looking forward. The only thing that, thank God for the rumble strips on the road, that that'll wake you up. You hoping that it'll wake you up. Man, I ran out of, I ran through Wyoming, ended up in Chicago. Got out of Chicago, coming through Detroit. I can't even tell you. Chicago got about 100 toll booths. And I can't even tell you how many toll booths I done paid. Because I remember. Some of my time is lost here. I can't remember. Can't remember. Some of the times it's gone. Can't remember half of the time. I can't even remember half. I know I done drove 2 million miles. What up, Tazo? I know I done drove 2 million miles. 2 million miles I done drove. I can't even tell you half of those miles can I remember them. Nah, daydreaming out here will kill you, man. Daydreaming will kill you out here. I kid you not. Daydreaming will kill you, man. Daydreaming will kill you out here, man. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand it, man. Daydreaming will kill you out here, man. I've been out here. Oh, okay, I got more. Yeah, daydreaming will kill you out here, man. We've been through it. It will scare you. See, a lot of people don't understand that, man. They don't. They don't. What helped me stay focused? Mm. I can't say coffee. Coffee is a mental thing. Coffee don't keep you woke. Coffee is a mental thing. That's all it is. What would keep me focused? Sometimes you just got to pull over. Honestly, the times you got to pull over. I think music will help. Music help a lot. You start singing, you start rapping. Music help a whole lot. Music help a lot. Singing help a lot. Um, Pulling over on the side of the road, doing jumping jacks, stretching helps a lot. A 15-minute nap. You take a quick 15-minute, what they call a 15-minute power nap. A 15-minute power nap will get you to 2 hour driving. It helps. Yeah, talking on the phone. But Tazo, it depends on who you talking to, Tazo. If you talking on the phone with a good conversation, yeah, that means I can be on the phone, man, and start yawning, bro. So sometimes a power nap, getting out the truck, taking a leak will wake you up. That'll wake you up too. You know, taking a leak, singing to yourself, rolling that window down, turn off the heat, and you know what? The number one cause, stress free. Try to stay stress free out here. That'll keep you focused too. Watch your stress out here. If you like to be on the phone all the time, arguing with your lady, it don't help. Arguing with family, it don't help. Um, Going back and forth, FaceTiming while you're driving, that's dangerous. Don't never FaceTime and drive. That is dangerous. That's worse than daydreaming. It's worse than daydreaming. Believe me, FaceTiming on the phone, arguing all the time, that is dangerous. You know, it's dangerous, man. Doing this, playing with the phone while you're driving, this is dangerous, man. Believe me, because a car could come out and you jackknife, you flip it over. This is dangerous. The phone, put the phone down, man. That's dangerous. You know, if you could do voice activated, put the hair and hit whatever you got to do real quick. But playing with that phone while you're driving, dangerous, man. I'm going to be honest. Dangerous. I'm not promoting nothing. I'm not promoting nothing. I'm not. So I'm about to plug this up real quick, but dangerous, man. That's all I got to say. Playing with that phone is dangerous. But you can find a lot of ways to stay focused out here. You'll hold up, let me fix this real quick. You can stay focused out here. Just keep a clear mind, less stress, Don't have nobody call you on the phone worrying you to death because you got 80,000 pounds and you out here by yourself. You flip that truck over, you crash. The person you on the phone with ain't coming to help you. You kill yourself out here, they ain't coming to help you. They ain't gonna even know what happened to you. You know, you argue with somebody on the phone and you banging on the steering wheel, you getting angry, you screaming, you yelling. Hang the phone up on them. I don't care who it is. Hang up on them, man. If your girl wanna get mad, let her get mad, man. The wife wanna get mad, let her get mad. Hang the phone up. All that arguing with people on the phone while you driving, hang up on them, man. Because they will drive you crazy. Oh, you gotta hear me. I ain't gotta hear nothing. Hang up on them, man. Hang up on them. Me arguing about on the phone while you're in the truck driving. Hang up on them. It's dangerous. We do too much out here, too much steering, and too much maneuvering, cars and weather, animals, and the crazy people on the side of you. You got women down there showing you titties and all that wild stuff down there. You be looking and they showing you all types of women pulling the pants down and they freaking out in the car. Distractions, man. Distractions out here, man. You see a lot of wild stuff, but you gotta be careful out here. You say you're not in the trucking yet? Hold on 1 second. What happened to that? Can I pull that back up? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Louis, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. Women out there, you get some weirdo dudes out there. It's weird out here, man. It's weird, but distractions, man. When I first started driving, like I told Tazo, we had what they had a Smith system. I don't know if anyone of y'all know about the Smith system. Every job you had to take the Smith. If there was like 30 questions, you had to watch an audio book, a video, and you had to go through like 10 tests. And sometimes if you fail, they let you take it over. They give you 3 shots. After the third time, you got to come back 4 months for the job. They don't even have that no more. It was built on driver distractions. Now they should tell you this. Don't stare at a billboard, because that's a distraction. Don't stare at anything on the road. But now you got trailers going down the road with a billboard on back of a trailer. So how can you not look at that? So you got to be careful with all that too, man. I'm only keep 100 with y'all, man. I've been here a long time, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all, oh, it's easy. No, it ain't easy out here, man. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Some hard times. You can laugh. Does it bring road rage out here? Yes. Yes. You get other drivers cutting you off. You got some truckers. I ain't gonna sit up in front for them. You got some truckers out here. Dangerous. Like when I got cut off. Dangerous. You got truckers out here. You got your super truckers. They want to do 85 miles an hour all day. They can care less if you're on the road with them. You got them out here. You got super truckers. You know, you got wild cowboys. They just want to get in the left lane and ride all day and swerve in and swerve out. You got the cowboys out here. Put the trailer up, get into an accident, trailer stand upside down. Trailer rolled over. They sitting outside the truck. So it's a lot of factors out here, man. But if you want to stay focused, sometimes staying focused is just keep while you're in the truck, keep looking left to right. You know, watch your mirrors, left, right. Even though you keep moving, watch your mirrors. You know, look out the front, watch it. Every now and then, just look at your mirrors. Make sure, man, just move around in the seat. You know, sometimes you got to pull over and stretch, man. Move your arms. You know, it'll work, man. You can stay focused out here, man. All right, little money, man. You know what I'm saying, man? So it's like you can find ways to stay focused out here, man, and stay healthy, stay strong, and you know, respect others, man. Respect others' boundaries, man. That's like in and out the truck. You know, respect others. You know, trucking will make you humble. The trucking industry being out here made me real humble, man. Now, I know y'all wonder why how did J. Cole be so humble all the time? Being out here. Being out here seeing so much accidents, death, you know, trying to get out of situations. This trucking industry will make you humble. It definitely will humble you. It'll humble you. If this don't humble you, then it's just something mentally wrong with you. It'll humble you out here, man. Yeah, for a long time. It will humble you. Definitely make you strong, man. But I'm about to end this live, man. I appreciate all y'all for coming through, listening to me, man. Like I said, with me, it's not about the numbers. Me, it's about the message. And if I can help any one of y'all, Either y'all could take what I said and apply it to everyday life. Yeah, it is. Women truckers got some stories to tell, man. I wanna say something before I end this live, right? If you a woman, and I seen women went through something, right? If you're a woman, you're a male too, and you at a truck stop, you got truckers that's robbing truckers. You got truckers climbing up in the truck with a. I was at an incident in Baltimore one day when the female trucker went to the door. By the time she about to put a key in the door, she was grabbed by another trucker. She started screaming. He put a hand, told her to be quiet. The police came. There was a there was a dude in her truck. He would have got her, kidnapped her. He would have did anything he wanted to do with her. Be careful out there on that road. Something tell you, sometimes when you got a freight liner, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. With a freight liner, what a lot of people don't know, with some of these trucks, a Chevy key, be mindful, a Chevy key or any other key, well, I know with a Chevy Suburban key, used to open my freight liner door. All you have to do is take the key, you put it in the door, you turn it this way. You grab the handle, you flip it. You turn it this way. You let the handle go, and by the time you go this way, boom, door open. They in trouble. Plain and simple, man. I better hit that long. Open this door, you probably need another KW key or whatever. All you gotta do is just play with the lock, play with the lock, play with the lock, play with the handle, boom. Sometimes, if you bang on the window here long enough, this handle will flip open with the older trucks. So you gotta be mindful. Women drivers out here, you male drivers, watch your surroundings when you at the truck stops. Park in a well-lit place. If it's a rest area and it's black, keep driving. If you get pulled over by the cops, you let them know you feel uncomfortable being in that dark truck, that dark rest area. Either get on the shoulder where you got light, trying to find a truck stop where you got light. If you ain't got nowhere to park at a truck stop, park by the scales. It's lit. If you ain't got nowhere to park at a truck stop, park by the scale. Don't park on the scale. Don't be a dummy. Park by the scales. Another thing too, if you can, let me show you something real quick, right? If you can in the truck, what you can do, you can take this seatbelt, right? Let me see if y'all can see what I'm talking about. You can take this seatbelt right here. You can put the seatbelt through the door, right? This will go through the door. Put the seatbelt on the back of the seat. What that does, it keep the door for opening. So somebody get in the door, the seatbelt go through the handle, go through the seat, can't nobody open the door, and you flip down this little lock right here. You see this right here? You flip it. So now it ain't gonna move. That's how you lock yourself in the truck. If you at a truck stop or you at a rest area, be mindful. Make sure you look at your mirrors. If you sitting like this and you can't see the back of that trailer, nah. If you sitting right here, you can't see the back of that trailer. What they usually do, if you sitting on a bunk, they take your mirrors and they flip them down. So if you on a bunk, you looking, you think you looking at the trailer. Nah, they stealing your damn fuel. Be careful of that. Watch that too. So if you on a bunk, if you on a bunk, you supposed to see up. But if you can see down, they flip your mirrors, they stealing your diesel. Be careful with that too. Watch where you park. Be safe. You female drivers out there, be safe, man. Be safe. Watch who you talk to. Watch who you fraternizing with. Watch how you smiling with, smirking with, because you got some crazy, crazy truck drivers out there. I can tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all one story. It was a story came out of Swift. There was a young man, young black male. He was like 21, 22 years old. Swift would never talk about this. He was in the truck. It's not ain't got nothing to do with race. He was in the truck with an older white man. Older white man in the truck. And that white man molested and raped that young boy, sodomized that boy, took advantage of that boy. Boy ended up killing that man. Some stories that goes on out here that you wouldn't even make the news. Wouldn't even make the news. So y'all gotta be careful out here, man. The only thing I never did was ran teams. I never ran a team out here. I never will. I don't run no teams out here. Running teams out here, dude's crazy out here, man. Crazy out here. Careful out here, man. Some wild stories out here. You'll hear a lot of stories, man. I got like that's a whole new different thing. I come back with a whole crazy stories on the whole trucking, but y'all take care of yourself, man. Like I said, I appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. Thanks for stopping by. You know, Low 74, Tazo, Melee, Kalilo Money, you know, man. I mean all of y'all, man. Nate the Great, man. Hector, I don't leave nobody out, man, but I really appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. I really do. You know, knowledge is key. Peace, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man. Who else? Who else is in here? I got Song in here. I got you in here. I got O in here. Who else? I appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. Because and Paul Ramirez, appreciate you coming through, brother. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Because some stories that we need to talk about when it come down to just the whole trucking thing and whatever. Even if y'all want to tell a story, I go live. Come on up and talk about it, man. Like I said, over here it's about the message and trying to help people. You know, it ain't really about the views. I care less because man, I feel a whole lot better. Y'all just coming through, listening, and just going back and forth. We could just build from that point. So, one love, man. Peace, all y'all, man. I'm about to get out of here. Now, take care of yourself.